Well, it was a big nut to crack, but I went ahead and dropped the dime on a new lens. Took some nice little test photos of some rocks and moss I brought in from the outside. It was really crisp and clear. I really kind of like this. I'm going to have fun with this lens. I really think I am. But unfortunately today, we're going to talk about setting up a scene. And that's what today's episode's all about. Hey, I'm excited about photography, and I hope you are too. So let's learn together. Okay, so here we are. Set on the scene for fly fishing little scene. I've got this set to auto, and got my little push button here. So we're just going to do a straight up auto and see what it looks like under these lights right now. They're set at 4000K at 25%. And yet the flash still is fired off there. I want to see, what does that look like? Is there shadows cast? Don't really like that. So I want to try and get to the point where there is no flash. I want to now switch over to go with aperture priority. Oh, did I actually take the picture? No. How long of an exposure did I put it? I think it was f/22. It's probably like a 30-second exposure. Actually, that wasn't too bad. But let's see if we take that down to about 11. It's got a 4-second timer. So 3, 2, 1. That's not too bad either. So I'm thinking, let's play around with. Oh, yeah. Let's move this down 2 stops. Let's see what that looks like. 5, 4. That doesn't look too bad either. Switch this over to, let's see. Yeah, let's do tungsten. See what that looks like. Not too bad. I want to adjust the lighting, so let's switch this over to. So I want to switch this over to 3000 and 75% or 100%. Let's do 75. Then we'll do 100. Okay. 8 seconds. All right. That wasn't 8 seconds. Must have been 1/8 of a second. No. It's pretty quick. Looked good though. All right. Let's make it slightly brighter. Okay, at 100% of the. That's not bad either. That looked pretty good. I like these photos so far. Maybe try, let's see. Well, I could have done this differently, but 200 ISO shouldn't matter, right? Well, I still look good. I'm not sure what else to try here. I mean, I've done just about everything I could think of. Didn't realize I wasn't recording there, but basically I adjusted, what do they call these, stops? No, oh heck, I forget what they call them, but basically I dropped these down a couple notches just to get a darker image. And I'm going to try to do that again, maybe one more. And let's see how that looks. See, it comes out a little darker. Almost too dark. I almost think it's a little too dark. Let's see what it looks like in post. All the photos in Photoshop now, and there are some light ones, dark ones. I kind of picked out this one as my favorite, so I'm going to focus on this one. I've got to be honest with you, I'm not a big post-processing kind of guy. I don't do a lot of stuff in Photoshop. About the most I do is start anew, change it to, I'm going to make a 5x7. 7, and I like to have 300 resolution. I like this one. Grab the whole thing, copy it over, although I could probably just adjust it in the whatever, I can crop it or something. Anyway, I paste it in here, shrink her down. Let's see, make sure I hold the shift so that the size stays the same. And now it's just a matter of left and right looks good. And bringing the top to bottom together. Let's see here. So if we do the thirds, hand quotes in the air, I'll say about there's a third, about there's a third, roughly. Could do it mathematically with maths, but I think that's about a third, and it's probably a little less here. By the naked eye, let's say that's about a third, roughly. Could do the maths on it, but no, not going to do it. So I like this photo because I opened the drawers to show some of the contents, and with this photo being the way it is, left and right, I like the content of just hodgepodge stuff in the photo. I'll go with the thirds. I'm going to say the shoulder is the first third, the desk is the middle, and the top of the desk is the background or top of the frame. Since it's also angled, I'm going to say that this is about the center point. And yeah, I like this. This isn't bad. Let's look at the transform one more time. Cutting this edge really close. Maybe expand it a little bit or move it over. Using the arrow keys. Yeah, I kind of like that. Yeah, so that's a nice photo. It's a lot going on, but that's what I like. If we do the same thing on a 7x5, so let's do inches. I'll do 7. Oops, not 78. 7x5, and it was like 300. I don't know, I'm not a professional. This is just me playing. Hope to get to semi-pro? No. Beyond novice someday. Oops. And we still got this copied. Paste it in here. Transform. Without holding it. The shift, just kind of pull it up to the corner and then drag this sucker down as far as she'll go. Oh, that's too far now. Alright, so now we're gonna have a shallow photo here. Alright. So, what I'm seeing here, this is kind of the subject of our photo, the fly itself, or the fly tying this section. So this section here is really what the focal point should be. Let's see. Transform this some more. Took a lot of dragging and dropping and moving and shaking here, but basically resizing. What I came up with is this offset of the, if we look at the darkness that shows up over here in comparison to the tan over here that offsets it, in my opinion, and doing the thirds, hand quotes in the air. The way I see this is the shoulder again is still the 1/3, the desktop, and then this line of the book, the lower portion of the rod, the feather, this line here is like the top section. I think that looks good. So now we have a 7x5 photograph. I think that looks great. Now, I don't know if this is just me or, you know, I'm no expert in photography or art for that matter, but I did notice, and again, it could be just me observing something, but it seems to me that there's an obvious vertical action taking place here in the center, and also a horizontal plane taking place as well, where the image kind of cuts itself in half through here at the bottom of the glass, between the bobbins, across the base of the vise, over the top of this spool, through these corners, and the divide between the top and bottom of the stack, the hair stacker. And from a vertical perspective, we have the coaster holder that has a vertical, and also the vertical of the vise itself that goes and cuts basically through the square of hair down through and between the vest and the drawer. There's just this vertical line through the middle. So we got this crisscross section. Now I also noticed that there's all these squares on this side of the table on the left side. So we got square boxes, square hook pouches, the square ends, the square fly holder, the square pieces of hide, the square vise. But then as you move to the other side, you're seeing more circular. You got the round, the round, the round, the round, 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 round. So one side's square, one side's round. Now you'd say, well, what about this bobbin here is circular, or this is circular here? Yes, we also have some squares on this side. I'm just saying that it's predominantly square on one side and circular on the other. It's just another observation that kind of shows some form of artistic representation. Take it for what it's worth. I'd be interested to see what type of comments you have on what you see as being unique and interesting about this photo as well. Leave a comment below. Okay, that's it for this video, and thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, smash that like button. I post a weekly video, so be sure not to miss next week's video by hitting that subscribe button and that notification bell. Feel free to leave a comment below, and we'll see you next week.